Good evening, good evening. How are we all? Are we ready for some more outrageous French accents? No. The accents, they are spoiling us. As we are, nearly a third of the way through the ABC Matters with Hercule Poirot, who preens himself all the time. Where were we? We were investigating this room with a bunch of puzzle boxes. Because yay, puzzle boxes.
A mat, flask and rifles. Franklin is very well equipped.
We are very well equipped. We had a copy of English Countryside Revisited.
Genteel and wild. English Countryside Revisited. The Railway Children, E. Nesbit.
Hello, Art. What have you missed? So,
For Franklin, Und His Christmas, 1910.
A lot of puzzle boxes, mainly. Yeah, literally, I've just started, so I'm just reminding myself of what was in the cabinet. Cabinet! These are in there. A lot of notes there about flights through Hong Kong and the guide for travelling in China.
Travelling in China, a practical guide for English travellers.
And that's what was in this puzzle box. And then the at and the gun. This is giving us... Yes, we're still inspecting the mansion. And we have some more notes about Lady Clark. Note, Hercule, no. Not Hercule. Oh, is this as far into the room as you're going, Hercule? Oh, hello, we got a thinking thing. Is this another... It's another box puzzle.
The ring should be placed here.
Oh, maybe not a complete box puzzle.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Okay, excellent. We've got a... another box puzzle. D'accord. Yeah, oui, d'accord. Okay, so we've got like the bird foot and the beaver foot. And that's double bird foot. And that's different bird foot and a beaver foot. What's that? Oh, that's a cloven hoof. We need to see more. Oh man, there are a lot of... I think we're going to have to come back onto this one. I don't think we've got enough. There's a lot of them. What is it? 3 by 4. I'm not sure whether if it's like, you know, a coordinate system. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think we probably need to know more. He said he saw something about the trophies, but wow. Nothing on the desk, eh? Nothing on the desk. Books? No. Okay, here we go. We have a Kodiak brown bear.
July 1920. Alaska Peninsula.
So the brown bear, with its very needly, tis a bit with the heads in there. It's got some the jelly babies. They're holding hands. Haribos. It's 1920, Alaska, with the needly claws of the brown bear. Maybe latitudes. So there's a kudu, which is
February 1922, South Africa.
1920 South Africa, with the thing. So I'm wondering if, like, yeah, there's some kind of cat. Like, for example, like up here, we're going to have to reset the signet ring thing again.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Yeah, it's the date that they were presumably shot. So let's say, like, up here we got Alaska. So that brown bear, and if that is also... Oh no, that is not brown bear. I was thinking, like, you know, okay, well, there's Alaska, so that coincides with that one and that one. Therefore, they might meet up and do something. But no. No. Likewise, this is South Africa, so that is the... That is not. But this is, actually. This, at least, lines up with South Africa. As does that. Okay. Well, no, maybe it's this. So, here's the brown bear. That's also got the brown bear mark, and they both pass through Alaska. Here's the kudu, whatever it was, the kudu, the deer thing. And that passes through South Africa when you draw that line. So, yeah, maybe that's it, and we've just got to either match...
The African kudu.
Oh, wait, what? Oh. Oh, no, he tied them up through there. Okay. Well, motherfucker, what's wrong with...
The Alaskan Kodiak bear.
Okay, so it is two things. Hi, Akira. How you doing? So they do tie up two ways. We've got another box puzzle, Kira. But we've kind of broadly got it. Yeah, we're going to have to leave the puzzle and find out more. Yes, I will reset it. Right, we've got to find more stuffed creatures. So we've done the kudu and the bear. What's on what plaque? Oh, hey, Ray. You are not interesting. Poirot's right them out, not with the... this was the Sumatran lioness.
April 1925, Aceh province, Sumatra.
Sumatra. Where is Sumatra? Pacific Islands? Anyway, that's what it looks like. Are there any others? Looks like it's just a 3. Good. I'm glad of that. Right, hopefully it's just the 3 of them then for this. For another box puzzle! Yeah, thinking.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Yes, you have. Okay, so there is one paw. So is it behind this? Yes. No? Okay, so maybe it's the one up top. Aha,
The
yes.
Lion of Sumatra.
Just gotta play, find the intersections of the symbols, and we've got them sus now.
The African kudu.
Kudu? You do. Do what? Oh, was it the other side?
The Alaskan Kodiak bear. I heard the sound of a mechanism.
Ah!
Strange way of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
Thank you for picking up what I put down. What they were like? They were 1920, 1921, 1922. If you make me reset this. Yes, I'll have to reinitialize it because we're going to keep... This is a double layer one. They're getting harder as the game goes on. Because it's not just where the bear was done.
July 1920. Alaska Peninsula.
July 1920.
February 1922, South Africa.
February 1922. So July 1920, February 1922.
April 1925.
April 1925. It was absolutely intentional. You were picking up what I put down. So, April 25, July 1920, February 1922. I'm gonna do this whole fucking thing again.
The plates around the picture appear to have unlocked. I think I've already seen these symbols on Franklin's trophies.
Yes, you have. Right.
The Lion of Sumatra. The African kudu.
The African kudu. Hoodoo, you do. That's what I was putting up. That's what I was putting down.
The Alaskan Kodiak bear. I heard the sound of a mechanism. Strange way of protecting one's safe. Triangulating one's hunting sites on a map.
So either 1920, 1922, or 1925, right? What? No, why not? Right, 20, 22, 25. Those were the dates. Oh, what other date-based clues do I need? There's a lot of dates. Right. There was a 1910 on one of the books, wasn't there?
A signet ring bearing the Clark's family's coat of arms. A number is written on it.
A number's written on it. I thought there might have been something. 1587? Because if this opened the map... Aha!
These documents are very likely going to help me for the rest of the inquiry.
Use my noggins. Yeah, get my ego points. What have we got?
A dozen gold sovereigns, some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery.
So, gold sovereigns.
A dozen gold sovereigns.
Oh.
Some shares for the Southern Railway and some treasury bills. This is not worth much, hardly enough to justify your robbery. Sir Carmichael Clark, Campside, Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsim Sha Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong. Comside, 1935, January the 12th. Dear Franklin, first, I wish you a good start to a successful new year. I have received your letter dated December 10th. Thanks for defending my interest against Wang, this robber. Things could have got pretty bad if you weren't a real cold-blooded guy. I envy you for that. Things go on here much as usual. Charlotte is moderately free from pain. I wish one could say more. You may remember Thora Gray. She is a dear girl and a greater comfort to me that I can tell you. I should not have known what to do through this bad time but for her. She has an exquisite taste and shares my passion for Chinese art. No daughter could be a closer or more sympathetic companion. Life has been difficult, but I am glad to feel that here she has a home and true affection. You wrote me you want to stay in China for 1 more year or even longer. I don't object. The longer you stay, the more opportunities you will have to increase our collection. Nonetheless, you should know that we miss you here, and that Charlotte will be gone by the time you come back. I am, dear Franklin, your truly affectionate brother.
By the way, down below should be some free sounds. Cost absolutely nothing. Clue to watch from Little Misfortune, because fancy.
Charlotte Clark, Comside, Churston, Devon, to Mr. Franklin Clark, Peninsula Hotel, Salisbury Road, Tsim Sha Tsui, Kowloon, Hong Kong, Comside, 1935, January 1st. I wish you with all my heart a happy year 1935. Writing my greeting cards, I have affectionate thoughts for you. Always smiling as a child, sailing to distant countries and bringing back to us trunks full of wonder. At home, everything annoys me, starting with this young Thora Sir Carmichael is so fond of. I have nobody to share my feelings with, so I write to you. How can I tell you what happens to me? The simplest way the better. I am doomed. I still have 1 year to live, no more. How do I know? I opened the secret drawer of Carmichael and read a letter not addressed to me. In this letter, Dr. Logan tells my husband in the most direct way the truth he conceals from me. Sir, I know. But my husband doesn't know I know. Please don't tell him. And if he shares the truth with you, act as you are surprised. Carl will probably speak in his usual convoluted way, but I wanted to be the first to announce it to you. It does matter to me that you are aware of what happens in Comside. Warm regards, Charlotte.
No. And finally, a school report.
Eton College School Year, 1912-1913. Franklin Clark. School report for Franklin Clark. According to his teachers, Franklin was a good student, but lacked discipline.
Now, we've read the secret letter. Oh, somewhere else, wasn't it? I love the fact that he's just not interested in what's going on that drawer, huh? What about this?
Franklin appears to be very active.
Ah. Time for an observation round. He plays tennis. He has a rifle.
Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveller. Franklin Clark appears to be a typical British gentleman. A good sportsman, a hunter, a traveller.
So how is this relevant to the case as a whole is a good question, Art. See, I'm wondering if this is the real murder and A and B were just to make it seem like there was a game, when really it was all about killing Carmichael Clark. Why? Possibly Franklin, possibly wanting to inherit the whole lot, along with Thora, whom he has this relationship with. Now, the question is, we haven't inspected. It's a lot of faff to take out one guy, yeah. But it's like maybe, well, we saw someone. We don't know this, but let's just find out more. This is private collection.
ComSite's private collection, purchases since 1920. The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection. Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
Mm-hmm.
The door is locked.
But I have a skeleton key.
This unit contains the medical records for Sir Carmichael Clark's patients. Let us study them closely and see if there are any familiar names. No deaths on the records from A to D. They've been handled recently.
Ah.
No names. Disappointing. Lots of dust. The records from E to Z have not been touched for years. No names. Disappointing.
But also a gap. Are those? No. And we solved this box puzzle. But let's look at it
I
again.
see some papers that were not there the first time I visited.
Ah.
Valuers report property. Building land located in ComSite, Churston client, Sir Carmichael Clark, April 15, 1935, Court and Brunskill office.
A valuer's report, huh? What's in the report?
Court and Brunskill. The name is familiar. Is that not the name of the firm Donald Fraser works for?
What else have we got?
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, ComSite, Churston, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer.
This is one we read before,
confess
isn't it?
I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan. These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that a crime weapon is here.
Except for that missing gap there. Oh, what's with the missing gap, Hercule? We still have not finished inspecting the mansion. I'm sure there are more box puzzles for us. or things left lying on the table.
Attention, Franklin. Task list. A. Ordering Lady Clark remedies. Done. B. Tidying up real estate property files. Done. C. Calling the lawyer about inventory. Done. D. Update the tenant farmer list. Done. E. Update land rent accounting. Done. F. Ordering a restock of arsenic. Done. P.S. I have left on the living room table some of my things I don't want to keep. The locket and the dagger. I am sure you know why. Thora.
The locket and the dagger. Yes. This is the brooch.
A dark dragon for a bright-haired maid. C.
Was Carmichael trying to bang Thora as well?
I've already seen similar daggers.
Yes, you have. Just over there. Right, there we go. We have inspected the mansion. It is time to inspect the surroundings. Very slowly.
Where is the horrible smell of carrion coming from? Something makes me feel uncomfortable.
Oh,
Brown pellets. Revolting. Brown pellets. Revolting. Tut-tut. The gardener does not follow the alignment. There, that's better. It is symmetrical.
CC133
There,
crystal.
that's better.
It's okay. I got everything I needed, huh? That's quite a good soundbite. You're right.
Brown pellets. Revolting.
Revolting. Says 3 of 3. What are the...
There, that's... There.
Brown pellets and a dead rat. Don't know why it says 3 of 3 when there's blatantly 2 of 2, but... Also, who left the tap running? It's getting really annoying as a sound effect now. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it was.
This wisteria is in full bloom.
Well done. We have noticed the wisteria.
This wisteria is in full... This wisteria...
There is something to look
This
at here.
fountain makes a very relaxing sound.
To be honest, it's doing my head in. There does look to be stuff in the wheelbarrow. It seems to be that as we get
I would like to congratulate Clark's gardener. What symmetry.
He likes a nice bit of symmetry. Yeah, there is something in the wheelbarrow. Only as we get close to it.
It was probably the gardener who lit this fire. Look here. I wonder if someone wanted to get rid of these papers.
Ah.
This subject will probably be useful to me. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Oh, finally. Finally, we've tried to get our brain cells. Why did Thora leave personal belongings behind at Coomside? She left the gifts. The dagger is missing. She left a letter. She doesn't want to be accused of theft.
Everything that Thor Grey has left behind comes from Sir Carmichael's collection. He most probably gave them to her, but she chose to leave them here rather than run the risk of being accused of theft. It is understandable when you know just how much Lady Clark mistrusted her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Thora a poisoner? Yeah, I mean, Lady Clark thinks she's manipulative. Actually, Lady Clark thinks that she tried to poison her. She left a letter behind, which I think mentioned arsenic. And there was a poison rat at the scene of the crime. No. She ordered rat poison. No, the brain cells. Don't take any meds that you need to. Just don't poison yourself. Or have someone poison you. Is Thora a poisoner? She'd ordered rat poison. She left a letter behind, which I'm sure it said something about poison. Not that she's manipulative. Not she's got a year left to live. Maybe it's the rat. Maybe it's... No? This is a tricky one. Is Thora a poisoner? Lady Grey thinks so. She had ordered rat poison. Lady Grey thinks she's manipulative? No. Should one left live? No. The rat? No. The letter? No. Is it good to double drop your Skittles? I mean, if they were actual real Skittles, maybe. But other life-saving meds, consult your doctor. Aha! We don't think Thora considered it.
Thor Grey had no reason to kill someone who only had a few months left to live. The poison she ordered was for rats. The gardener must have made good use of it, considering the stinking remains on the path not far from the property. I've finished here. I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
Yeah, the brain cells. We are doing quite well. I know I said that we should ring Hastings, but also let's just have a look around.
May you have peace, Carmichael. Charlotte.
Nah, there's still something fishy going on though. Even if Thora Hood didn't do it. How are you, Arcraft, anyway? I just hope that this telephone isn't a box puzzle.
I must put the skeleton key back and inform Hastings that I'm returning to London.
Fine, we'll put the skeleton key back.
April 1925, Aceh Province, Sumatra.
Yes, but this is where the skeleton key was hidden, right?
Perfect. Nothing else is keeping me here.
You have Mr. Particular Bullshitty Puzzle. But we solved it.
Hello, Hastings. I have finished in Churston. I will take the first train. Tell me, do you know how to restore writing on a burnt document?
Yes, you just have to soak a cloth with a hydrochloric acid solution and rub the sheet of paper. Then the characters appear.
Bien. You have been of great assistance, Hastings. Could you please order the solution as soon as possible?
Of course, but what documents do you want to read?
You will see, my friend. À ce soir.
I know, it's fantastic telephone connection, huh?
Donald Fraser is here. He insisted on waiting to see you.
Not before I preen myself. Hungarian moustache. Not sure what all these trophies are, but let's talk to Donald. Well, first we shall observe him, for we are a great detective, and we observe people. Will you fucking let me observe him then? So I'll walk in. You're doing the thing where I can select one of two things, but you're not allowing me to actually... Fine, I'll talk to Hastings.
Hastings, it would appear that you are getting slightly thin on top.
Oh!
Really?
Burn.
I hadn't noticed.
Hastings, you are going bald. There we go.
This man is tired.
Yes, he is tired. He is unshaven. He has dark circles. He probably has
Donald is short
shitty
of
clothes
sleep.
again.
And it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
Mr. Poirot, I don't know why I'm here.
You came.
I am not going to play games with you, Mr. Fraser.
You don't understand me. Mr. Poirot, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
A dream? I am no psychoanalyst, my friend.
Good God. How on earth could I have thought you'd listen to me?
Have a drink and tell me about this dream.
I dream that I can do a proper Scottish accent.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat and I squeeze and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl.
Seriously, mate.
But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah, he's basically shacking up with the sister, having had, oh no, Betty has died. Quick, let us bone. Yeah, no, we don't want that. Right. How should Donald's dream be interpreted? Well, he doesn't kill Megan in his dream. Donald is tired. Feels guilty about killing Betty. Yeah. And he likes Megan. No. No. He's tired. No. Aha.
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
Oh, you saucy dog.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancé? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels.
Poor boy, he seems completely lost.
Freud moustache.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her.
It is, it's a little bit of time because it's currently September and wasn't like the first Moida in June
Mademoiselle,
or July.
I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
Moida. Killer's accomplice? Killer's accomplice? I want to say that she's a killer's. No, let's just say she lied.
You lied to us, and I demand to know why.
But what are you talking about?
Destabilized.
Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Something like that,
Really?
Kira, yeah.
She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
Are you going to keep calling her a liar? Oh. We're going to ask her probing questions? Or call her a liar? But be prepared for an incoming raid. Because there's going to be a hell of a tune. Questions. An error. She bangs! Hello, shrimp cult. The cult of shrimp. Hello, Shrimp Club. You are eating, bum, and banging. Seems about right for one of Guy's streams. How you doing, Shrimp Cult? Welcome in, welcome. Welcome to my humble channel where we play point-and-click adventure games and do ridiculous French accents. Hello, Hawk. Isn't just I look like some sort of 70 rocker. She and Terror Bangs. I feel like Ian Gillan. Yes. How was the crossword? I see you did it in about 2 hours then. Of course that's it. Bring in a bunch of awful reprobates and claim no responsibility for them whatsoever. Typical. If you're offended by my French accent, wait till you hear Poirot's. In fact, wait till you hear Donald Fraser's Scottish accent. It is terrible. Was it? It was an ABBA-themed crossword? My French accent is as bad as my French moustache. Even the non-ABBA bits are terrible. Wow. Guy, grumpy at a crossword. Was voulez-vous one of the clues? Oh, wow. Oh, maybe I should have a nose. Oh, thank you, the Antics? Please tell me how to pronounce that. But thank you for the follow. Welcome one and all. Guy was proper mardy today. Oh dear. Huffy biscuit. Or maybe hangry. Get a burrito, I think. I see Guy's definitely hangry. He can't spell burrito. We shall do some crime unfucking. We are, we were going to accuse women of lying because that's what we do. Poirot is just horrible. Vain, arrogant. He's just negged his mate. And just accusing women of being, what did we say? I used a phrase that was not very nice the other day, and socialite. That was that I said something else. Somebody else corrected me and said socialite. And Belgian, yeah. We shall do some crime and fucking. I said slag. Yes, I called someone a slag because I am terrible. And if you want to tell me I'm terrible, please use your Orco beans and play the DJ sound alert.
DJ.
And you can get Kira to shout at me. Oh, I think we crashed there, Art.
Crumbs. DJ, what are you doing?
And that one, if you think that I'm being an idiot. What I'm doing is saying hello to the Shrimp Cult. And what I'll do now, Art, is is get our Belgian. I'm sorry, Shafiq Mogg, but we are dealing with a short vein Belgian, and we're going to get him to accuse someone of lying.
You also forgot to tell me that you had been fired.
You never asked me. It was Franklin who led you to believe that I left voluntarily. He's more chivalrous than you.
Look at her, she's
I
insolent,
don't wish
the
to
socialite.
lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin could not go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston.
I believe they did present a risk.
It was too risky for you to keep these objects, am I correct?
Risky? What was the risk?
Oh, shall we accuse her of having the curse of the dragon? Or that she was accused of theft? Are we RPing Poirot as a dickbag? Oh, you at me! Diddy. A little bit.
You know very well what Lady Clark might have said if you had kept these objects.
Indeed. These objects were gifts. But Lady Clark would have been convinced that I'd stolen them. By returning them, I put an end to such evil gossip.
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
Nah.
How dare you ask such a question?
Oh, but we dare.
Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
Yeah, beer helps in letting
I
the
met
section
Thora
sit
Grey on
down.
the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for
Again?
accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her.
Cheeks were
Let
ablaze.
us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Our brain cells, we have to get our brain cells to work. Shafiq Mogg, as long as they're not on a minibus and single track road in the Highlands, you'll cope. Are you making a Torchwood Children of Earth reference? If so, that's amazing. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Cut out the spank scene. So, would Thora have married Sir Carmichael if he'd have lived? Let's see. She stayed behind Sattler's affairs. He was close with her. Ah, the brooch did have a thing on it, didn't it? Thora likes Franklin. She's evasive. She's evasive. I think we'll put the evasive up there. She's a seductress. Pint full of beer helps the misogyny go down. The misogyny go down. The misogyny go down. Just a pint for the lads helps the misogyny go down. Get your tits out for the lads. See, it works, and I didn't even have to have any beer. What am I like? Somebody please Kira me. On my family history. Okay, I do not know that one. What happened there was I deserve this.
DJ?
I'm sorry, Kira. Anyway, is she a seductress?
Crumbs. DJ, what are you doing?
I'm losing it. That's what I'm doing, lads. That she's evasive isn't evidence. The brooch. Hawk, by all means, if you think I've got like the, if you want to record something, I will have a listen. Pop it in the Discord. We'll put it in. I've got like the main ones that we probably need for with the beans for getting my attention to like shout at me, or the victory, or I have replaced the fail with taps. So if we die and fail, we can play taps. And of course, Horny Jail. And there's a bunch of free ones down there, if you just want to throw them about, as well as some paid ones. But yeah, record some stuff, pop them in the Discord. Jane Horrocks alerts. Yeah, maybe. I think the brooch is a good sign. I know it doesn't work. Hi, Kathy. This isn't working at the moment. We need to find out, of these little bits of evidence, which are the ones that would answer whether Thora would marry Sir Carmichael. There was something fancy that he put. Yeah, no, do the free thing. It's fine. There was something fancy written on the bottom, on the back of the brooch that was quite cute. She's a seductress. She stayed behind to settle the affairs. I don't think that's got anything to do with it. They were close. Maybe they were close. It's not that she was a seductress. Maybe they were close and she's evasive. No. At some point, we'll find the right combination of stuff. And it's not that. It's not that she's a seductress. It's not that she's evasive. Actually, that's the point. She likes Franklin. She's snogging Franklin. So maybe the brooch has got nothing. She's evasive. She's snogging Franklin. Settle affairs doesn't mean break up, because obviously Sir Carmichael is dead. So she stayed behind to settle the affairs of the dead man. Which I think is evidence that she's... Would she have married Sir Carmichael if he'd lived? I wonder if the answer is no, because... Alright, so he stayed behind, but she seems to like Franklin, not Carmichael, Sir Carmichael. Oh, actually, maybe it's these. Maybe it's that... Maybe it's not these. She was close, or Sir Carmichael was close. He'd offered her a brooch. And he found her charming. Maybe the answer is no, because we know for a fact from a previous episode that Franklin, the brother of Sir Carmichael, was snogging her. That is why that is why we did the whole slag thing. And seductress, socialite. Lots of words with S, which probably aren't fair. So of these things, what answer the question? Would she have married him? They were close. By her definition, they were close. She's evasive about it. She's a seductress. No. We have material proof. We have material proof. Thora wanted to be married.
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We
Poirot,
have
you
another more
prick.
important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, so the combo art was the brooch, the material evidence that he was fond of her and that she was a seductress. Oh. Is there another common point between the murders? No objects of value for sale in the shop. A stocking box and an account book. Stockings. There is a Skedusa. Bexell's Popular Seaside Resort. Door-to-door salesman. Unable to precisely. Betty never got to wear the stockings.
It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest, Jop.
So we need to telephone Jap and say it was a stocking salesman what did it. We need to find a travelling stocking salesman. Okay, Shafiq Mogg, look after yourself.
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
Dibbler.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
D is for Doncaster.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
We are now being told, it's happened before, but we're being told who the murderer is.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Ooh!
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
He's tired of your bullshit, Poirot. That's what's going on. New objective, go and collect the post. Don't you call me bored, you Belgian motherfucker.
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the Alphabet Murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
Wow. Also, not just the ratio, but the different pronunciations of alphabet and alphabet. By possibly the one voice actor. there is definitely one female voice actor in this game, and she might be the same person who recorded the voice, was the basis of the voice files for my home search engine assistant. There are times when her line readings sound like they're coming from an AI. But yes, the Royal Mathematic and Statistics Society just went, ooh, let's work out the stats of being murdered, shall we? See what the ratio is. Don't worry, Kathy Capellisaw, you're safe. Unless you live in Kidderminster. And even then, you've got some time.
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his moustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
Oh, please note, everybody, that the other newspaper is the Daily Flicker. That's an L and an I. Right, anyway. We've read the paper. Let's just accuse Hastings of
Are
being a
you
prick.
collecting the post, Poirot?
You are such a prick, Hastings.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
It does, I can already see. But remember, it's a long way to Typery.
It is not the right time.
Oh, we're not allowed to preen ourselves yet. Thinking.
Let us examine this more closely.
I'm just chuckling at Arcraft's comment there. Any Englishman relying on trains is not going to make it to wherever Arcraft actually lives.
Certain characters in the 2 letters may have similar defects.
Yeah, like the W's.
The W is not printed properly.
We know this.
Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Oh, do you have to talk your way through it? We know what we're doing.
Of course, the W characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects.
We do have to do the typewriter
I have
thing
to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
We've got to do this every time, Kathy, and we've got to do...
Yes, this I is weird.
We've got to do the thing about the I being weird.
Right.
And
Let us compare this with the other letter.
we have to go from letter to letter.
Yes, the I characters in the 2 letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other...
And then we can do the wonky A.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right, let us compare. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
You stop bitching now, have you, Hastings? Maybe I slapped him and on his bald spot on the way. Right, decipher the burnt documents, huh? How do I do that? Let's just have a little sit on the chair. That's it, that's all he does when you sit in the chair. Let's switch the fan on.
Ah, some cool hair.
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Now, down to work.
Oh yeah, of course we're doing it here.
What of this needs putting in order a little?
Oh, here we go. It's a tessellation puzzle, everybody. Okay. Basically a jigsaw, right? What have we got?
This page is child's play.
It's child's play, huh?
This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go. This does not look too difficult.
Yeah, you say that now. I mean, that looks like it probably should go that. Yeah, okay. And probably that there.
This page is finished.
Yeah, there we go.
And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought.
It's like Tetris, huh? Non. Oui, c'est Jakov.
This page is finished. Only 1 more. Keep going.
Keep going. Sound a bit American there. Keep going. Cheers, Hercule.
This page will be reconstructed in a flash.
Yeah, they tried burning it in a flash, eh? Hey, hey!
This page is finished. All
Keep
the pages
going,
are
Captain
reconstructed.
Kirk. Right, now we're going to do a thing with...
A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
You put the
cloth
lime
is
in
now
the
soaked
coconut.
with solvent.
Put the lime in the coconut and soak them both up. You put the lime in the coconut, bring them both together. Put the lime in the coconut, then you feel better.
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look.
10 ego points.
Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at Comside.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
All right, look after yourself, Ray. Have fun D&D. So, has anyone else noticed that we had a letter saying that the murder would be in Doncaster on the 11th of September and that it's the 11th of September? May all your rolls be natural 20s.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine. Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition.
Well, we know who's going to be murdered next.
Let's now try and get our brain cells to work.
Yeah. I think we're on this, lads. Where do they come from? Is Asher's name visible on the burned documents? No. Not the door-to-door salesman. Not many people. Yes. Medical records have been consulted recently. All the victims of throat afflictions. Asher's name's on there. They are from the patient records.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Answer the telephone. Maybe it's Inspector Japp, and we can say... Alright, there's no time to lose. Must immediately commence packing our
Hello,
suitcases.
Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady, who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust. How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well.
That's
I'll
why
call
you
the
hire
Black
me,
Swan
Chief
straight
Inspector.
away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Do your best, Jap.
You can count on me.
You can do it, Japp.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key. So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
Chief Inspector, I believe that I share responsibility for this incident.
What do you mean?
I saw Mr. Dunbar's medical records. His heart was weak. I should have warned you.
It's very honest of you to tell me that, Poirot. I appreciate your gesture.
Please keep me informed of his progress.
You can count on me. I'll do what's needed.
I will visit him at his bedside when the killer is caught.
That's typical of you, Poirot. We should focus on the next part of the investigation in order to avoid other incidents. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
Well,
Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
you do fuck all anyway. Yeah, I mean, probably either way, whether we'd warned them or whether
To
Jack
Marbury Guest House, please.
had warned them, he was probably going to have his heart attack. But yeah, we have a facade of genius to keep up. And a fantastic moustache.
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name, in Cheshire.
Oh, there's another cat. We can never pet the cat in this game. Is there anything else to be observing around here? Nope. Right, let's just go in. We can never pet the cat. I want to pet the cat. Cheshire. Yeah.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Japp told me that you might be coming.
I'm not gonna get annoyed at a random woman I just met.
You may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Hello. Come on. Say hello to your adoring public. You know they love you. Say hi. Say hi. Ah, there he goes. Wrong one, Kathy. That's Orko. Ow. No, that's Orko. You're right, Art. I mean, they barely know their own names. Orko's the one who doesn't like to be cuddled. Let's butter up.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
What?
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always unwell on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Yeah, that's why it's called Bexhill by Sea.
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churston. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
I always thought he was wrong then, because he had PTSD after the war.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Is there? I didn't see what the...
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Play the observation game. Smooth movements. Welcoming smile. Relax.
Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
It is illegal. Oh, shall I be an arsehole with her?
You rented the same room to two people. Very profitable, but quite illegal.
But I didn't harm anyone. I was only helping everybody out.
But that gave me 3 ego points. I'm not, I mean, yeah, is it illegal?
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
The Moggy.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
The cat did it all. Yeah, that one was Snav. Right. Let's just preen myself. We must be looking our best, no? We must be looking our best for the investigation. Sharpie fumes. Typewriter, boxes of ABC books. Medicines.
Laudanum Cameron's Chemists. Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
And what's this one? Sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative.
Nah.
This subject would probably be useful to me.
Just stealing all this stuff now.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Yeah. Gonna get off my tits. Misaligned bed. Crockery in a mess.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance. ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders. It's closed. ABC. It's closed.
Yes, I know it's closed, but there's an address
It's closed.
on it. Shush, Poirot. What's the second thing? The dot is to show something
ABC
that
guys, enough to sign
we've
about
looked
a
at
dozen
previously.
murders.
Yeah, I'm wondering floorboards. But I've got no, like, hotspots. Like, there's this. There's
It's
this.
closed.
And that's it. What is the second thing? Or that's like that box hotspot. Pixel hunting. Yeah, that's the thing. The label on the closed box, but no.
It's closed.
The label on the closed box just says it's closed. Because there's no hotspot for the label, just the box. There's no hotspot for that one.
It's closed. ABC guy.
I mean, we know that they're there. That's really annoying. Let's have a look. Let's have a look elsewhere, maybe.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well.
Yeah, maybe there is something to open the box.
Bexhill Daily paper.
Good thinking, Jez.
Dated from the day of the Bexhill murder. Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands.
And the Daily
All the
Fucker.
main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
We don't have... No, we just got a key in the medicines. But yeah, maybe we'll find a letter opener, something to open the box. Is good thinking. Like, for example, this.
A long-bladed knife. A A murderer's weapon.
Oh.
This object will probably be useful to me. It's an ABC. John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churton. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Well, he's got a paper from Bexhill. Has he not?
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury. Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
And finally,
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
Well, we should just be able to pop it off, right? Ow.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
Right.
The left-hand heel has been removed. Something is blocking the ribbon.
There we go.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC.
Oh, hey, Kathy. See you later.
I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murder.
Yep. He wrote them. And now I have a knife.
A long-bladed knife. A murder.
A murderer's weapon indeed. Which I should be able to drag onto this box.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
Just a one. Good thinking.
Stockings.
Stockings. Right, have we... We haven't seen everything in the room. Where was Cust at the time of the Bexhill murder? Well, he has that. And he has... No. No. He was probably in Bexhill on the day of the murder. There we go.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th.
But there's still something... But it is over for you. There is still stuff I have not seen properly yet.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance. War of 1914-1918. By the King's order, the name of Corporal A.B. Cust, Devonshire Regiment, was published on the London Gazette on May the 10th, 1918, as mentioned in a dispatch for gallant and distinguished service. An army dispatch, wounded on the Somme front, victim of a gas attack. Corporal Cust greatly deserves his distinction.
Yeah, we just yeeted the knife. We don't need it anymore. No, we still haven't seen everything in his room. We've seen everything here because we got 4 out of 4. We got the 2 out of 2 there. What else is there to observe?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Mm-hmm. We know what's there. We know we've been through all the things that are there. Do we need to put the ribbon back on the typewriter now? No, we're keeping the ribbon.
I know this medicine.
We've got our 6 out of 6 items here. Although,
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Poster over the bed does not seem to be a hotspot. That one is. We've looked at that. That's all part of the tabletop hotspot. The bed is part of the wider room hotspot. No, I thought I'd hit on something above.
It is not the right time.
Yeah, so there's definitely something else to find. What is... Oh, we put the knife back. That's what happened with the knife.
I've finished with this subject.
Yeah, we finished with that.
Did Cust...
Do we open the window? It's weird because the bedside cabinet looks like it's something else. You click on it.
At least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
And this is where we looked at all the things.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Which takes us back out again. What else is incriminating? We can look at ourselves in the mirror again. Because we are vain. There's nothing else here. There were stockings.
ABC.
And the ABC guides. We can take very few steps.
At least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
I want to know why there's like a screwdriver sticking out of here that then we don't see when the...
It's an...
Nothing under the rug as far as I can tell. There are like no hot spots around the rug. So unless we've got the key, so unless we can use the key on we cannot seem to use the key on the bedside cabinet. We've got some notes that we've been taking. That's Dick Dunbar. Hi, former astronomer. How you doing? We are on to the killer. Oh, you got D&D in a bit as well. You join us. We are looking for stuff. We have basically found the killer, right? We've got this, which kind of proves that he wrote the letters. We've got the ribbon. We've got some of his medicines. But apparently we haven't finished searching the room yet. But we can't find the hotspots that we need.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window?
So I'm not sure what we're looking for now. No curtains. We've looked at that. We've looked at that. That bed area triggers the same thing.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
But we can't leave the room until we found whatever it is. Now, we can preen ourselves at the mirror. There's nothing at the sink. Oh, what? Aha!
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
I'm so glad it didn't try and do
the
that
inspection
after.
of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Hey! Former astronomer, is that because you remember this book?
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
Talk to Jap. Is this the thing where I've got to, like, stand in a specific spot? Why can I not do the thing? Because it wants to... Spending ages with the Doncaster police, my new euphemism for having the squits. When it does this like round dot, it usually means that there's like 2 things that you can select. The observation or the chat. And sometimes it decides not to do it. There's a piano.
A very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
Mel is doing her course, and they get put into virtual rooms of 2 to 3 people to do tasks. She'd been requested to be put in a room with a colleague from work, so Hawk waved in the background. It was not Hawk's colleague, or Mel's colleague. Well done, Hawk. I mean, to be honest, Kira, I was going to steal it from Lods, but I was going to use it for a wank. Although, maybe I won't be spending ages. Hey! Oh, there's the thing.
I had best talk to Jap.
Oh, we're not going to observe him this time, huh?
I've listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Brain cells! Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? That is the question. He was in there. All the letters were sent from the typewriter. Cust was in Chirston. Yeah. So we need to... Cust was in Andover. He was in all the towns. Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? Well, the typewriter. He has a knife. And he has the ABC guys. They're doing plays this week. Dad, do you want some crisps? Kid, I want ice cream. Can I play with my aeroplane? Yes, we're in the park so you can play with your aeroplane. Yeah, I mean, it's very Dogma 95. Is his behaviour suspicious? He keeps the newspapers that talk about the murders. He lied about his destination. He's got red in him.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we see quite the opposite. You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
Fucking Jap's got some high hopes there, huh? Oh, I'm gonna see if you're stupid. Yeah. Arcraft, he doesn't sound like the sort that a socialite would go on a late night walk with. You're right. We didn't get to play with the kitty. We never get to play with the kitty. You cannot pet the cat in this game.
To Scotland Yard, please.
There are more open questions, but it's much more important to make an arrest and appear competent to the public. Yep. Hello, Melly. Candelabra moustache. No, Lechette has stolen my moustache. Oh, but I have another one. Hello, Ray. How's your D&D going? Question cast. Okay, first we'll do the thing. We'll pace up and down and make him feel uncomfortable. We'll get rid of that. And do the thing. Ooh, creepy mansions.
This man is not in good shape.
His crumpled jacket. Murderer's gloves.
He is worried and very tired. And other police have been hard on him.
Doncaster, police. Andover was ages ago. Jesus, Hercule.
What do you want from me?
And I only just realised Alexander Bonaparte cussed ABC. Yeah.
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
We only just started pestering you.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Yes, that's a good point, Art. He was a soldier.
Poor man. If only I could help him.
Oh, that's the cough medicine.
Laudanum, a medicine.
Let's play good cop and offer him some cough medicine.
Take this. It will help you.
Thank you.
Oh, I will bet the Mal knows all we could BSL swears.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Oh, no.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
Hawk, if you're on stream tomorrow, can we have some cams so you can show us some BSL squares? Because I really want to see the one for cunt. Alright, Melly, see you later.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
Orders.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Is this man a patsy? Is this man really a patsy for all the crimes? Has he been manipulated? I'm going to accuse him of Dr. Clark's murder.
And to thank him, you murdered him?
Stop talking about these murders.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot, but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
I haven't read them.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
Wait, what? What just happened?
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Oh, Gothic confessional.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey?
Alright, see after A? Yeah, probably the sedative.
Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
It's all gone a bit weird, folks.
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
We've won the trophy of Red Cross.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Ah, brain cells. What do we know about his health? Substance hepatitis. He coughs. Brings up blood when he coughs. He had blood on him. Stains on the buttonholes. No. Oh, he has a problem with his throat. There's some material proof. Yeah, so suffers. He has a problem with his throat. That's material proof. There you go. With her. Mentally and physically weak. Not really the profile of our killer. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murderer? He's attacked from behind. The blood spurted out. And shirt stains on the buttonholes, yes. The sleeve would be stained. Are there any clues that do not support his guilt? Yeah, no reason. I'm going to go with this one. His collection starts with Churston. And he had no reason to kill them? No. Says he doesn't write the letters? No. Doesn't recognise Poirot? Doesn't recognise Poirot. can we say, without a shadow of a doubt, that he is guilty? Well, he says he didn't write the letters, and he has no reason to kill them. No! He is not guilty.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
Oh no!
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view.
But his initials are ABC. That's
Let us now
got to be
try
him.
and get our brain cells to work.
Here we go. Psychological. Is he clever? You had blood in him. Ask to respect my engagement, you say. Parsimonious, keeps pencil sharp and nothing else. No, luxury. Army was the only place he didn't feel him for. No questions, just orders to follow. Mediocre. Is he sure of himself? Hesitant and shy. Easy to influence. Is he a seducer? Well, I think as our craft said, he's not have to be a particular type of socialite. Yeah, blood in him? No. Respects his engagement. Not the sort of man you'd notice. Yes, charmless. Does he like trains? Oh no, he was always unwell on trains. Is he impulsive? No, he's parsimonious. Oh, okay. Oh no, he gets angry then calms down. He's cold. That's about it. Is he generous? No, that's going to be the parsimony. He's miserly.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Give up.
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
24 hours. Or is it 24 hours or you'll have my badge? Except I don't work for the police. Well. Go home. We have 24 hours to solve the crime. And I think, yeah, this is a good time to wrap it on the head for the evening. It's been a couple of hours play. So yeah, I don't blame you at all for heading out. I think I shall quit the game. Yes. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. It is always lovely to have you help me with these games and put up with my nonsense, particularly when I start doing weird rugby songs. There you go, eh? All in good fun, honestly. But yeah, I will be back on Friday night for more of this. I am thinking maybe adding some nights. Oh, thank you for follow, Joso1. Yeah, thank you. Jamie is on. Jamie, is he? Is he? Oh yes, there he is. I see him doing Stardew Valley. Fantastic. I think we will join Jamie. Raid of Bunny Man. Somehow my caps lock is on, but hopefully it'll work. Yeah, fantastic. I've been thinking of adding more nights. I've got like so many games to do. I fancy doing a Final Fantasy. Maybe on Mondays and Wednesdays, perhaps. Yeah, well, we'll talk about it somewhere else. Yes, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, mademoiselle et messieurs et non-binary. Merci pour le stream. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Like I say, we'll be back on Friday. Probably talk some bullshit in Discord about other nights and other games and stuff. But meanwhile, let's go and see Jamie, the Bunyip Man, who is playing some Stardew Valley, and we'll go in and we'll give him a good old as our raid message. All right, love you and leave you. See you. Bye. Come on.
It's grayed out.
It might be there's a cooldown.
Oh, thank you for the raid, DJ.